You wake up on a Sunday morning in Germany, realize you're completely out of milk, and walk down your street to grab a carton. But when you pull the handle at the local supermarket, it doesn't budge. If you're used to weekend errand runs where stores operate 24/7, this is usually the moment confusion sets in. You quickly realize that in Germany, Sunday operates under a strict, unyielding set of rules. Look closely at the glass on almost any storefront, and you'll see the red sign declaring it geschlossen, closed. This is a legally protected concept called Sonntagsruhe, or Sunday rest. It is rooted in the German constitution to force a halt to almost all commercial activity and guarantee workers a day off. That leaves you with a serious dilemma. If you didn't run your errands on Saturday, how do you get food, deal with a sudden illness, or even clean your apartment without breaking the rules? Failing to adapt to this system guarantees an empty fridge, unnecessary stress, and immediate friction with the local culture. Let's address the most immediate problem: food. If your kitchen is empty, your main legal loophole is the train station supermarket. Major transit hubs like the Hauptbahnhof are exempt from the closing laws, so their shops stay open. The trade-off is steep. You will fight through massive crowds for a limited inventory, turning a quick grocery run into a high-stress ordeal. If you want to avoid the station crowds, your neighborhood fallback option is the local bakery or cafe. Bakeries are allowed to open for a few hours on Sunday mornings to sell fresh bread, but they usually lock up by noon. And while cafes stay open all day, relying on them for your meals will quickly drain your weekly budget. The most effective strategy to bypass these loopholes entirely is what locals do: the Saturday prep. Shifting all your grocery shopping to Saturday guarantees a fully stocked kitchen. The catch is that it condenses your functional weekend, requiring strict time management to get your errands done before the Saturday evening closing times. Adopting that Saturday preparation mindset is the only sustainable way to avoid the high-friction environment of Sunday grocery hunting. Running out of food is frustrating, but navigating a medical issue when standard doctor's offices and pharmacies are closed is the highest-stakes Sunday dilemma you will face. Germany's emergency system has two paths. Call 112 strictly for life-threatening emergencies. Misuse for minor bugs triggers a €500 fine. For non-critical urgent care, call 116-117 for the medical on-call service. It's German only, so non-fluent callers need a local friend to navigate triage. Once you have a prescription from that on-call doctor, you still need to fill it. That requires the Notdienst, or emergency pharmacy system. By law, a rotating selection of pharmacies stays open 24/7. To find the nearest active location, check the physical paper notice posted on the door of any closed neighborhood pharmacy. Using the Notdienst comes with specific conditions. You pay a €2.50 surcharge. You cannot browse the aisles and must ring a night bell to use the security window. Understanding this strict triage system is vital. It prevents you from getting hit with massive fines while ensuring you secure critical care when normal avenues are completely shut. Sonntagsruhe extends to the inside of your apartment, where legally mandated quiet hours, known as Ruhezeit, control what you can do at home. For an entire 24 hours on Sunday, any chore that generates noise beyond normal conversation levels is forbidden. That means no vacuuming, no drilling into walls, and absolutely no recycling glass bottles. Attempting noisy household chores on a Sunday will quickly escalate into neighborly disputes, formal complaints to your landlord, or a visit from the police. If you leave your quiet apartment to track down the few businesses that are actually operating, you'll find that online map hours for German Sundays are often highly inaccurate. To get accurate information, you have to ask locals directly. Memorize these phrases: Wo finde ich diesen Laden? To ask where a specific store is, and this wann haben Sie geöffnet? To check exactly what time they close. This manual approach requires you to initiate conversation in German, but putting in that effort completely bypasses the outdated digital information that leaves many newcomers stranded. Following these noise rules and language tactics turns the German Sunday into a predictable, manageable environment. Here is a comparison table mapping your approach to German Sundays. Your strategy must match your length of stay. If you are a tourist, your day is straightforward. You rely on restaurants, visit museums, and use train station pharmacies for quick fixes. If you are a resident, your routine requires adaptation. Friday and Saturday are dedicated to prepping meals and finishing loud chores, reserving Sunday entirely for quiet hobbies and recovery. Let's test these rules with a final, practical scenario. It is 2 p.m. on a Sunday, and you wake up with a severe migraine that needs immediate medication. First, you walk to the nearest closed neighborhood pharmacy. You check the paper sign taped to the door to find the address of the active Nachtdienst. Next, you apply your language integration. You stop a passerby and ask, "Wo finde ich die Notdienstapotheke?" to get reliable directions. Finally, you arrive at the emergency pharmacy, ring the bell, pay the surcharge through the security window, and successfully manage the crisis. Respecting these structural limits and adopting the Saturday prep mindset ensures that Sunday becomes a guaranteed day of rest.